Well, good day. This is going to be the fourth video in a series of 5 videos about paragraph borders and captions underneath a picture in Google Docs. So here's my raw data. Look, I called it raw, and all I did was just type the text. But I don't want it to look like this. I want it to look more like this one that's got purple dashed borders. The first line is bigger, the second line is smaller. And it's got a picture with a caption. Look how little that caption is. We'll have to make it little this time. Okay, so we'll start over here, and we want to change the font because I noticed right away on the one that has a serif font. So I want a serif font on mine too. I'm going to center everything. It's centered, isn't it? Yeah, it seems centered to me, so I'm going to center both of those lines. We'll highlight them both. And you don't really have to highlight them all the way, but whatever. We'll center them. We'll make them a serif font. I think this time I'll choose bitter. That's going to be good. And I want the John Maxwell to be smaller. So instead of 18, maybe I just make it 12, something like that. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to have to highlight both lines because I want the paragraph borders to go over both lines. I don't want to do one line at a time. I don't want top and bottom margin around this one and then another top and bottom margin around this one. No, no, no. I want them both at the same time. So I'll highlight them all. And I'm going to do format, and I'm going to put a paragraph style. I'm going to put borders on there, and I want them on the top and the bottom. Let's make them a little thicker, maybe. Yeah, let's try 2.25, and we'll just see. And I want it to be purple. Let's just try it and see what we get. Oh, it doesn't look like it's dashed, though. What happened to dashed? Let's try that again. Format, paragraph styles, borders, and shading. Oh, look at that. Dashed. Dashed. This one. Okay, that seems like the right one to do. And we'll apply. Hey, that's looking pretty good. Let's put the picture right there. So we know that we're not going to just insert an image. No, that's not going to work, because if you insert an image, you won't be able to put a little caption underneath it. So we're going to put in a drawing. It's going to be a new drawing. We'll get the drawing canvas like we did before. We will insert an image. I put the images for this guy. His name is John Maxwell. It's in the temp folder, so I'm going to go there, temp folder. I got to go try to find John Maxwell. I put him in there someplace. There he is. And I'm going to barely open him up. And oh no, it's got a lot more information. I only want his headshot. So how do you chop off part of the picture? Do you know how to chop off part of a picture? Oh yeah, that's right. We crop it with this crop image. We very carefully grab this little black line. We're going to put it in like that. We'll put one in like that. And we'll move it up. Grab that little black line about like that. Got a little extra up here, so maybe we'll just go about like that. How's that look? Does that look okay? I think that's pretty good. Click off someplace, and we'll put his name underneath it. So we need a text box. Text box, give it a click. His name is John Maxwell. Let's do like we did last time. We'll make it bold and italic, but this time we'll try to make it a little smaller. Instead of 14, let's go for 11. Look how little that is. That's pretty good. So I'll move it over here, up this a little bit. That looks pretty good. Should I try to center as well? Might as well. Might already be centered. And we'll just slide it over there where it goes. Now what you could do to make sure it's right is just make it just exactly the same width as the picture. That way when you center it, you'll know it's just exactly in the right width. So I'm going to move it very close to the picture, about like that. How's that look? I think that looks pretty good. Let's do save. Oh no, there's a big white gap over there. Yeah, I know. We're supposed to wrap the text. Now this whole thing's kind of big too. I mean, I left him pretty big. Can we shrink it? Let's grab a corner and see what happens. Whoa, hey, that's pretty good. I kind of like that. I think that's pretty good. So you can shrink it later. I think this is going to be good. Here, let's just leave it alone. Here, I'm still fooling around with it. Whoa, look at that. That is super great. Let's compare it to what we were supposed to try to do. What was our goal? Our goal is to look like this, and we made it look like this. Dang, we're pretty good. All right, well, that's about it. You have one more video to go.